The Barclays Premier League at its very, very best.
The wait is finally over. The world's most captivating sport returns for another year of drama, intrigue, beauty and suspense. Football is back.
Game week 12 kicked off with an absolute cracker at the Molineux where Wolves overcame Spurs 2-1. Let me paint the picture for you. 3 days before this game, I was on the FPL website and I decided to go and sell Pedro Porro. He had blanked 4 game weeks in a row and I didn't want any more of that. We get 3 minutes into this game and Pedro Porro has provided an assist. And look, pretty much after Brennan Johnson's goal in the 3rd minute, Wolves absolutely dominated Spurs. They were all over them. Yet they just couldn't find that goal until the 91st minute, where Pablo Sarabia flicked it up and decided to turn into prime Robin van Persie, banging it home in the near post past Vicario, which started the Wolves comeback. And then in the 97th minute, in the final moments of added time, Mario Lemina found the back of the net and Wolves won a game they thoroughly deserved to win. Tottenham will play off the park, and it really does ask questions. How will Spurs fare with their lack of squad depth, with that so many injuries and suspensions? I mean, the back four they put out was so makeshift. You had Emerson Royale at left back, you had Eric Dyer and Ben Davies at centre back, you had Pierre-Emile Højbjerg playing alongside Basuma and Sarr, as opposed to the creative machine that is James Maddison. I think we did see, however, a glimpse of Brennan Johnson and how important he's going to be for Spurs moving forward. In January, Heung-min Son leaves for the Asian Cup, while Basuma and Pape Matar Sarr also leave for AFCON. So with so many holes in that Spurs team, Brennan Johnson is going to prove to be a creative force with no Heung-min Son. Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. What else were we expecting? I mean, for FPL players, maybe you're expecting a clean sheet. But apart from that, Josh Brownhill found the back of the net for Burnley, but Leandro Trossard, William Saliba, and an insane finish from Alexandre Zinchenko sealed Arsenal the win. Crystal Palace 2, Everton 3. What a victory for Everton. They are in really good form at the moment. Vitaly Mykolenko found the back of the net within the first 50 seconds. He actually had 2 shots. I think Everton had 3 shots within the first 45-50 seconds. Mykolenko found the back of the net and Everton got off to the perfect start at Selhurst Park, which does tend to be a tough away there. However, only 4 minutes after Mykolenko's goal, Eberechi Eze, the very in-form midfielder for Palace, he struck with Crystal Palace's equaliser just inside 5 minutes. It was already a very entertaining game of football. And then just after halftime, Everton reclaimed the lead through Decore. This game is turning out to be an absolute cracker. And Decore, I tell you what, I've been really enjoying him lately for Everton. Playing in that number 10 position, playing alongside a Beto or a Dominic Calvert-Lewin in that it's creating a lot of attacking spark for Everton that has been lacking for quite a while, and Sean Dyche's side are absolutely flying in some really tough fixtures. Hodgson Edouard, as he always does, found the back of the net to get Palace back in the game, but only 12 minutes later, it was Idrissa Gueye who gave Everton the win, and an absolute cracker at Selhurst Park. It was Everton who got the 3 points with 3 goals to 2. What do I say about this game? Man United 1, Luton 0. Disgraceful, awful, boring, horrendous, embarrassing. Yet we still got the 3 points. It's not like we put out a bad team. Onana, Lindelof, Maguire, Reguilon, Dalot. It's not great, is it? You know, we had a midfield of Eriksen and McTominay, you know. Yeah, God, we're so muggered. I mean, for a lot of that game, Ross Barkley was absolutely tearing the dick out of Eriksen and McTominay. It was really, really hard to watch. And then Rasmus Højlund went down with a hamstring injury, which has completely derailed our season. I know, that's all good. We don't need any more injuries. We've only got Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Tyrell Malacia, Alessandro Martinez, Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo, Johnny Evans, and now Rasmus Højlund out injured, you know, and that's not even all of them. You know, it's just a small injury list of, you know, no important players. But look, we got the 3 points and that's all that matters. Bournemouth, Newcastle. Bournemouth played Newcastle off the absolute park. Newcastle not once looked like scoring. Bournemouth looked absolutely outstanding. In the first minute of the game, they got a chance, a shot on target, and it sort of set the tone of the vitality for the rest of the evening. And then Dominic Solanke providing a brace. He's just a really underrated striker, Dominic Solanke. He finds the back of the net. His hold-up play is decent. His link-up with the wingers is okay. Look, he's a very good Bournemouth striker, and that's his level. And if he can do it in big games like Newcastle, Bournemouth will no doubt be staying up. Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. I mean, Super John McGinn. I'm never doing that again. Anthony Robertson found an own goal. Then John McGinn found a worldie from outside the box. Bring out the goggle celebration. Again, I'm never doing that again. I just need to stop. And then Ollie Watkins, 64th minute, made it 3-0, put the game to bed. Even FPL owners of guys like Matty Cash were, they were sleeping well, such as myself. Until Raul Jimenez decided to spoil the party in the 70th minute, and Fulham just decided to get a meaningless goal. Thank you, Raul, from all FPL players. But I mean, Villa, they are they're really in the top 4 hunt. They are 2 points off top 4, where currently Spurs sit in 4th. Oh god, Villa could really make a push. I'm not even joking. With Newcastle losing to Bournemouth and a lot of injury issues, with Spurs having a lot of injury issues and a lack of squad depth, Aston Villa do have a decent squad, and their European football is only the Conference League, in which they're playing their reserves in those games. I don't know. I've got a really good feeling about Villa this year. Can they make top 4 and potentially make a return to the Champions League? Brighton 1, Sheffield United 1. Brighton are they're really shit, but they're still so hyped. I truly believe inside that Brighton are shit. But for wonder kids just come out of nowhere and win the massive games and go on massive runs. And Roberto De Zerbi does have class tactics. But you sort of have to remind yourself, it is Brighton and Hove Albion. Like, last few games, they've been woeful. They draw 1-0 to Sheffield United. It wasn't a good display. Yeah, yikes. And once again, they do have a lot of injury issues. Kerry Matoma is still coming back from injury. Purvis Estupinan went off midweek after coming back, so he won't be seen for another while in the Premier League. Mohamed Damoud got sent off, which sent Brighton down to 10 men. It was a tough day at the office, but still, they really had to sort themselves out. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. It was a classic Liverpool Anfield performance. Like, I couldn't have expected anything less. Mo Salah brace, even though he did fuck all for most of the first half, he still manages to get those 2 goals. And then Diogo Jota, just a little flick on from Timbercast, and Jota creates that goal himself. What a finish from outside the box, and what a player he is. And look, a little blip in the radar last week against Luton. I still don't think Liverpool look at their tippity-toppity best, but especially after that midweek loss to Toulouse, but I still think they look solid. It'll be interesting to see if they can sustain this form. West Ham 3, Nottingham Forest 2. What a game. First 3 minutes, Lucas Paqueta strikes, bangs from outside the box. Taiwo Awoniyi found the back of the net just before half-time. It was then Anthony Elanga who, after half-time, put Forest 2-1 up, took the shirt off, and what a rig he has, it must be said. And then only 2 minutes after that, Jared Bowen found a headed finish. Forest are really shit at defending set pieces, it must be said, but who isn't shit at defending set pieces when James Ward-Prowse is whipping them in? He is unbelievable. But I mean, you've got to give credit to Gareth Southgate. He still managed to select a player playing in front of 500 people in Saudi Arabia doing absolutely nothing over the best set piece taker in the world at the moment and dominating in the Premier League. I mean, it just makes complete sense, Gareth Southgate. Well done. Another fantastic selection of the England squad. I don't even think Jared Bowen's in there. And he's been one of the best wingers this season. And then last minute, Thomas Souček had so many chances. He had a goal ruled out due to offside. Then finally, another James Ward-Prowse assist. And Thomas Souček got West Ham to win 3-2. And then this was just fucking ridiculous. I watched the first 20 minutes of the game, and it was 0-0. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe, City pinched this game 1 or 2-0. I'm going to head to bed, 1 a.m. No, 4-4. 4-4! It was Erling Haaland to open the scoring, followed by Thiago Silva, then Raheem Sterling, then Manuel Akanji, then Haaland again, then Nicholas Jackson, then Rodri, then Cole Palmer. Not for Man City, but for Chelsea. I mean, what a game. And Mauricio Pochettino, I absolutely love Chelsea. No defense, just vibes. Who actually gives a shit about defense if it's purely vibes? I mean, that attacking prowess. You've got Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer on the wings, Gallagher in the number 10 position, Caicedo and Enzo dictating from deeper midfield, and Nicholas Jackson in form up top. Then you take a look at the defence, and Axel Disasi, Marco Correa, passed it Thiago Silva. Okay, that's a bit harsh. And Reece James coming back from injury, who had to come off at the hour mark. No defence, just vibes. And this is the Pochettino we love.
It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.